Welcome everybody to the Calgary Screenwriter. My name is Patrick Hampton. I'm the host. Today we'll be reading Headwinds, narrated by Jess. This is the first episode of our series that we've been developing here for the past couple months. And I want to appreciate all my actors for joining us for the read as we have some fun today. Again, this is the Calgary Screenwriters Room presenting Headwinds, and feel free to email us at calgaryscreenwriters@gmail.com. And just feel free whenever you're ready.
Okay, Interior University of Calgary Lecture Hall afternoon. Lauren, a young, bright TA at the U of C, writes on a chalkboard with information about Chinooks. The clock ticks. Lauren rubs her temples. Classroom sits watching Lauren TA about pressure change with Chinooks. The class exits. She begins to pack her bag. Lauren's on-again, off-again boyfriend, James Moore, late 20s, doctoral candidate in genetics at UC, and glorified frat boy, walks over to her.
I was having trouble listening to you. You think I could get a private tutoring session?
Lauren notices the voice and smirks in enjoyment. She plays along.
The notes will be posted online.
I'm more of a hands-on person, and I enjoy to take on how high pressure systems like to float on the top of a lower one.
She winces as her headache increases. Exit University of Calgary Lecture Hall continuous. Dr. Morgan Smith, neurology professor, department board member, stands outside of the classroom door listening in. Interior University of Calgary Lecture Hall continuous.
Why don't we compare notes over drinks?
If I got drinks with every stuck-up frat boy who asked me out, you wouldn't be seeing me standing here.
Exit University of Calgary Lecture Hall continuous. Dr. Smith tries to hold back a laugh. Interior University of Calgary Lecture Hall afternoon.
Do you have anything pertinent to ask me?
Maybe you should get to know him before making accusations.
You done? I really don't have time for this.
Lauren throws her bag over her shoulder, gives him a kiss and a slap on the cheek. I'll call you later. She exits the room. Exterior University of Calgary Lecture Hall continuous. Lauren exits the classroom and quickly passes Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith leans on the wall and calls after her.
Lauren, Sheena got you down.
Lauren turns around and notices her mentor waiting with a file in hand.
Oh, hey. When did you get there?
Dr. Smith catches up to her as she continues down the hall.
Off to your office. I noticed you had a straggler.
Why didn't you interrupt? You know how annoying those guys can get.
He's cute.
No. He's a moron.
Lauren remembers the resent banner. She smiles, but her headache increases. She winces in pain.
That time of the day.
How can we tell?
You get bitchy.
Lauren laughs.
Why did you bless me with your presence?
Dr. Smith hands Lauren the file.
You're on in 16 hours.
Jesus, it never ends.
They reach the outside of Lauren's office. Lauren goes through the file and notices one important fact.
I've never seen pressure levels like this before.
We just got a hit of the Alaskan coast. I didn't want to waste any time lying to you.
Fan-fucking-tastic. No wonder my head is throbbing.
That bad? Will you be okay to run the test?
I will be fine. I have to be.
Good. This is why you're my girl. I'll see you bright and early.
Dr. Smith exits and Lauren enters her office. Interior University of Calgary, Lauren's office. Continuous. Lauren closes the door behind her, flings the file onto the cluttered desk. She sighs heavily, rubs her head and reaches into a drawer, pulling out a pill case and opens Wednesday. She grabs a water bottle, takes the pills, then finds a cloth. Lauren shuts off the lights and sits back in her chair with the cloth over her eyes, fade to black. Interior restaurant day.
I am a doctor.
Two men sit at a table wearing both high-end suits. Dr. Victor Luna, 50s, genetics expert, just transferred to U of C to continue his work.
Is everything ready? I truly don't want to wait for my shipment to be delivered. It's already taken too long.
Across from him sits a government agent, mid-30s.
Can I see what's inside the box?
No, you can't. It's an ultra-sensitive package.
Don't worry, the package is safe.
He slides an envelope full of cash across the table.
Just continue your research for the benefits of mankind. Look at this as a bonus.
Have you had a chance to look at the menu? Please, let me order. What would you like?
All right.
He checks the menu.
Number 18 steak with a bit of blood in the middle.
I think I'll have mine extra bloody.
Waitress number 2 approaches the table.
Hey, gentlemen. Have a chance to look at the menu. What can I get for you today?
Thank you, but we already did.
Really? Sorry, I don't remember taking your order.
We ordered from that young lady over there.
He points to waitress number 1 behind the counter on the other side of the restaurant.
Okay, let me check. I'll be right back.
She exits. The government employee grabs Victor's wrist.
It's working.
Victor peels off his hand in disgust. The first waitress puts the order in the computer.
Did you take my table again?
What are you talking about?
That table with the 2 suited guys. They said they ordered from you.
What are you talking about? I didn't even talk to them.
You saying my customers are lying? How about we check your orders?
Waitress number 2 bumps her out of the way and searches.
You did take their orders. Not cool.
I swear I didn't even talk to them.
It's in the system, next to your name. Just stop lying and get the manager to transfer the check over.
Waitress number 1 stands confused. Waitress 2 approaches the table with the gentleman.
Sorry for the confusion, but it looks like your order has been taken. Could I grab you anything else?
I think a bottle of wine is in order. We are celebrating.
I don't drink. There's a test I need to be prepared for.
Government employee hits him in the arm.
I don't drink alone, and this is a call for celebration.
Waitress number 2 exits to grab the bottle.
We're about to change the world.
He gives a chilling grin.
I don't care if you revolutionize prostitution. I only care about our agreement.
What about side effects?
It takes a while to get results, but they are promising.
Government employee raises his glass.
For the future.
Victor looks off distracted as if someone else is talking to him. Interior University of Calgary Genetics Lab morning. Eve Luna, mid-20s, jet black hair as a mess, and a personality to match with bags under her eyes. She stares at lab results displayed on her computer.
Shit. What am I missing? What could I be missing?
Looks like a simple protein exchange.
Eve looks over her left shoulder. James Moore moves over her right shoulder to peek at the results.
Well, if you want to complete the reaction.
Eve quickly closes her laptop.
And you are? Why were you looking over my shoulder? Tell me why I should be calling security on you.
James Moore, mid-20s, tall, leans over her right shoulder with 2 cups of coffee in his hands.
Thought you might need a pickup, seeing you've been locked up in this lab all weekend.
He hands her one of the cups. She turns it down.
I only drink espresso.
James puts the cup next to her and pulls up a chair.
What are you working on? It looks interesting.
How can I help you?
He sits down next to her, putting up his feet.
I really don't think you can. The real question is, how can I help you?
Who says I need your help?
You look a bit flustered. And I'm just a white knight with a weakness for a pretty lady who digs science.
As if I would need the help of a man who just waltzed into my lab.
That's not what your daddy said.
Eve jumps out of her chair, directing him to the door. James ignores, gets out of his own chair, opens the computer to the test results.
What's your password? This will go a lot quicker if you just let me take a peek.
Eve can't believe her eyes. She's never felt so much disrespect in her life.
Get out! Get out now, or I will call security to escort you off the premises.
Good luck with that.
He hacks past the security screen and begins to scroll through the test results.
Wow, I've never seen levels like this before. Just what are you doing?
He looks up, concerned.
You just made your last mistake. Once Daddy hears about this, you will be kicked off campus for the rest of your living existence.
James steps away from the screen, holds out his hand.
Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. It happens, but my name's James.
I don't care who you are. Get out now.
James shrugs his shoulder and sips his coffee.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
He points to the hallway door. A crowd of students stand there trying to squeeze in to get a better view of the confrontation. One of them falls inside the lab.
Have daddy's called to TA.
Points back to the crowd.
They were a little too afraid to interrupt. You've been locked up here for all weekend.
She grabs her laptop and storms out of the room, pushing the students out of the way. James sips his coffee.
Well, I think that went well.
Interior hospital, doctor's room day. Lauren rubs her temples with a clipboard in her hand. She looks through the double glass windows.
How are you feeling?
I'll survive. This one is just not letting up.
Maybe after today, we can really help you out with tough, pesky headaches.
With my luck? Huh.
Well, get in there and do your job. We're close to the peak of the Chinook.
Lauren reluctantly enters the patient's room. Montage, interior hospital patient's room day.
How's your day going?
Oh, horrible.
Why is that?
My head is pounding. These migraines just seem to be getting worse every year.
Explain these headaches.
What's the use?
Please, what are your symptoms?
Blurry vision.
Lauren relates, nodding her head.
It's like a nail is being pounded in my skull.
Lauren rubs her head. She winces in pain. Interior hospital doctor's room day. Dr. Smith checks watches on the interview. Readings on medical instruments start to increase the pace. A heart monitor beeping increases pace. Interior hospital patient's room day.
If words could describe the distraction this brings. Sometimes, I swear I'm seeing monsters. People turn evil, I say.
The heart monitor beep.
Yep, let Lauren finish it.
Heart monitor beep increases to a flat line. Patient number 2 grabs. Okay, just making sure. Grabs his head in pain. Lauren faints, crashing to the ground. Interior hospital doctor's room day. Dr. Smith sees Lauren drop to the ground. She drops everything and rushes inside the room. Interior hospital patient's room day. Lauren lays on the ground convulsing while patient 2 screams in agonizing pain.
Lauren, wake up. Lauren, this isn't funny.
Patient 2 can hardly talk, eyes now glowing.
Call Blue.
A med cart's rushed to Lauren's side as Dr. Smith does her best to save her student. Cut to black. Vision. Lauren hits the ground. Dirty feet step on a newspaper. The newspaper headline, out of control. James as a mutant stands in front of Lauren. James starts to run and attacks her. We can see the empty street. Raindrops. Stores in the street are empty. Cracked windows. Empty shelves. Shots of screen on screen. A, mutants are violating the whole street. Humans run away. B, Lauren stands on the empty street. C, one mutant after another attacks people. D, Lauren runs, suddenly stops. James, the mutant James, stands in front of her. Eve approaches Lauren.
Why did you let this happen? You could have stopped it.
I tried.
Not hard enough.
Eve disappears. James starts to attack Lauren. Street lamps light flashing out. Cut to black.
Bing.
Bing.
Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you for all my actors for coming here. Calgary Screenwriter Room is the first read-through of our first episode of Headwinds. So I really want to thank everyone for being here and say thank you for being a part of this process. So again, thank you.
Awesome. Enjoyed it immensely. I am a doctor.
You are a doctor.
Doctor, read for Luna.